You go for it.
She's talking little bunny away.
Okay. Everybody look this way now.
Picture a stable in Judea. Picture a sacred silent night. And can you hear the angels near and see the stars so bright? Picture a little baby Jesus. Think of his life and good so dear. Sing praise to him, remember him, as the picture of Christmas is here.
Ready now? And it came to pass in those days that there went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed. And all went to be taxed, everyone unto his own city. And Joseph also went up from Galilee out of the city of Nazareth unto Judea, unto the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house and lineage of David, to be taxed with Mary, his espoused wife, being great with child. And so it was that while they were there, the days were accomplished that she should be delivered. And she brought forth her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger, because there was no room for them in the inn.
Okay, we're going to sing Away in the Manger.
Ellie,
I think I'm getting this on tape. It's called evidence.
And there were in the same country shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night. And lo, the angel of the Lord came upon them, and the glory of the Lord shone round about them, and they were sore afraid. And the angel said unto them, Fear not, for behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. And this shall be a sign unto you. Ye shall find the babe wrapped in swaddling clothes, lying in a manger. And suddenly there was with the angel a multitude of heavenly hosts, praising God and saying, Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill towards men. More song. And it came to pass, as the angels were gone away from them into heaven, the shepherds said one unto another, Let us now go even unto Bethlehem, and see this thing which is come to pass, which the Lord hath made known unto us. And they came with haste, and found Mary and Joseph, and the babe lying in a manger. And then when they had seen it, they made known abroad the saying which was told them concerning this child.
And you guys feel free to sing along too. We're going to have music for this one.
Now when Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king, behold, there came wise men from the east to Jerusalem, saying, Where is he that is born King of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east, and are come to worship him. When Herod the king had heard these things, he was troubled, and all Jerusalem with him. And when he had gathered all the chief priests and scribes of the people together, he demanded of them where Christ should be born. And they said unto him, In Bethlehem of Judea, for it is written by the prophet. Then Herod, when he had privately called the wise men and inquired of them diligently at what time the star appeared. And he sent them to Bethlehem and said, Go and search diligently for the young child, and when ye shall have found him, bring me word again that I may come and worship him. And when they heard the king, they departed, and lo, the star which they saw in the east went before them, till it came and stood over where the young child was. And when they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceeding great joy. And when they were coming into the house, they saw the young child with Mary, his mother, and fell down and worshipped him. And when they had opened their treasures, they presented unto him gifts, gold, frankincense, and myrrh.
Do you know when Joseph went to Bethlehem?
Yeah.
I think he took great care to place his tools and close his shop and leave no shade there.
Almost ready, man.
Okay.
Austin. Grandma wants to get you a picture.
Joseph went to Bethlehem, humbly he took great care to place his tools and close his shop, and leave no shady steps. He urged the donkey forward, with Mary on its back, and carried bread and goat cheese in a little winter sack.
That's the end of what the Bible talks about when Jesus was a baby, except he took him into Egypt so Herod did not kill him. So,
Do you boys and girls know what was going on in America? No. At the same time? No. I think we should talk a little bit about that, how Samuel the Lamanite was prophesying to the people. And the people didn't want to listen to what he had to say. And so Samuel did something. He climbed up on a wall, didn't he?
And they shot arrows through rocks.
That's right. And what did he tell them? What did he tell them? He told them that he's going to be born. He's going to be born in about how many years?
5.
In about 5 years. He was going to be born. And the people watched for the signs. They watched for the signs. They looked. And what was the sign? That there would be a day and a night and a day that wasn't dark. So he was up on that wall and he prophesied. And so those people believed that they watched for the day and the night, and there wasn't a day and the night. And finally, the unbelievers said, we have waited long enough. It's not going to happen. The 5 years have passed. He's not going to be born. The sign has not come. And so all of you who believe, you're going to be put to death unless that sign happens. Well, Nephi, he was the prophet, and he was very concerned about his people, and so he went and he knelt down, and what did he do? He prayed to God and said, oh, what should we do? All of us are going to be killed. We don't care if we are killed, because we know that the sign will happen, but I don't want to see everyone killed. And then there was a voice, and what did the voice say? Don't worry. He will be born. Don't worry. It said, I will be born. And so that night, as the sun went down, it didn't get dark. And everybody that believed were so excited because they were saved. And those that didn't believe, a lot of them were scared because they realized Samuel was telling the truth. So not only in Bethlehem where Grandpa read about, but over here in the Americans, they also were watching for the birth of the Savior. And they were waiting for the sign, and they were excited that the Savior was born.
Well, some of them.
Yeah, some of them didn't believe it.
The brutal truth.
So that's important to remember that there's the Christmas story in the Book of Mormon as well as in the Bible. Diane? Do you guys know Samuel?
I think they know the language.
Why don't you go
Samuel
Michael,
went
look,
up
no,
and
don't know any of it, no.
One more
But I'll
song
sing
and
them
then
when
we'll
they
be
come
done.
up.
They shot rocks and arrows at him and they didn't touch him. And it was kind of like, here's an arrow and a window.
Do you remember it says, "Send Samuel, send Samuel, away the night will be his day." Remember this one?
No.
I don't think they know it, Deb.
Should we just play it or what?
Let's have a solo by Diane.
Yeah. You want me to sing it? I'll sing it. Do you guys want me to sing? Yeah? If you want it to sound better. You can sing it with me if you want. She has the words right there. David's gonna come sing with me. Come on.
If I volunteered Diane, I guess
Tony!
They're probably downstairs. I heard someone down there.
I think that's better. I think so too.
That's the ocean.
Okay, there was a call for a mother to tell about Christmases when she was young.
Okay, just a second. Let David get his laptop. She's going to record.
Grandma Christensen was little. And so they didn't have all the electronic equipment we do now. And so she'll tell what they did do. You mentioned getting up early.
We did get up very early, to see what we had received for Christmas. And this particular Christmas, my brother, that was 6 years older than I, got a BB gun. And I got a big doll that stood about like this. And we were so proud of our presents that we went into the bedroom where our folks were still lying in bed. And my brother took this BB gun, and my father was lying in the bed with his feet like over the above the covers. And my brother took a shot of that BB gun towards his foot and hit his foot. And although it didn't injure his foot, but I guess it burned and hurt. My father got up from the bed, took the gun off from Albert, and kept the gun all day. That was his punishment for shooting his foot. So,
Tell about Uncle Albert and the candy, making the candy, and your Uncle Will and his false teeth.
huh?
Tell a story about Uncle Albert making the candy and your Uncle Will and his false teeth.
I don't remember, so you tell it.
Well, Uncle Albert used to tell with a little sly smile on his face when he was a kid. He made a batch of candy. In those days, they didn't have all the candy you could buy at the store like we do now. And so you made your own candy. And he made it and put a piece in his mouth, and it was terribly sticky. And he gave a piece of it to his dog, and his dog bit down on it, and then his dog couldn't open his mouth again. And his dog was fighting to get his teeth apart. And along came Uncle Will. And Uncle Will had false teeth. And in those days, false teeth weren't held in as good as they are now, which is none too good even now. And he gave a piece of candy to his Uncle Will, who bit down on it, and he found that he was in trouble. He couldn't get his mouth open. And he became quite agitated, and Uncle Albert decided it was time to run for it. And he got himself out of there and hid out. And that's where Uncle Albert used to leave the story. But I asked him further what happened, and he said they had to take the teeth out and take them, wash them to get them apart. Okay, Mother.
Well, after we seen our presents, our family went across the street to my aunt's house to see their presents and to wish them a happy Christmas, and they exchanged presents. Then we went 2 blocks, or 3 blocks to an aunt's place to see Aunt, what's her name?
Rose or Jan or who? Not, I mean,
We've
Kate?
been to Aunt Jen's.
Aunt Kate's?
Aunt Kate's place. She had 3 little girls, and we wished them a happy Christmas and exchanged presents. Then we went from there up to an Uncle Tom's place, from there to an Uncle Lang's place, and back down to Grandma and Grandpa's place. And we didn't have in those days an automobile to take us to those places. We walked everywhere we went, but we had fun doing it. And then after that, we went home and got ready. And in those days, they had a Christmas program in the Warren place. So we attended the Christmas meeting, which was very nice. And at the end of the meeting, they handed out treats to us. And then from there, we went back to Grandpa and Grandma's place and had Christmas dinner. And guess who? There was a big long table in the dining room, set a lot of people. Guess who ate dinner first?
The grown-ups.
Huh?
Grown-ups?
You?
It was our grandpa, grandma, and our mothers and fathers and aunts and uncles. We kids had to wait for them to eat. But we had a better time, I think, than they did. They had upstairs, it was quite steep. And on the stairs, they had a banister that went sliding down like that. And we slid down the banisters. And then we played games. And played parchees and checkers. All these games. And finally, it was our turn to eat. By that time, we went home, and after we were put to bed, and we were ready to go to bed too, I'm telling you. Then our folks all went to a party where they did dancing and such things. So that ended that particular Christmas day.
But here, got it here that some family members would talk like your Uncle Bill, who went to Samoa on a mission, what it was like in Samoa where he went on a mission.
Yes, that's right. And Uncle Will went to Germany on a mission, and he told about the mission, Christmases there. And Uncle Tom went to England on a mission. So that was 3 missions that we heard, or 3 Christmases that we heard in 3 different countries. So they were your favorite, you see.
Okay, that's what you had notes to talk about.
What was
I don't
your
know whether that's very interesting to you or not.
It was.
very what was your favorite gift you ever received?
What?
What was the favorite gift that you received?
Out of all your Christmas.
This big doll, and I had it, I kept it for years, and just last Saturday, I got Neil to go get it where I thought it was stored in a steamer trunk upstairs behind, under the eaves. And when he got into the trunk, it wasn't there. So the doll has disappeared.
Was the trunk Grandpa Christensen took to South Africa on his mission?
It went around the world.
And so it took a long time because South Africa is the furthest away from Salt Lake of any place that they had missionaries. And so it was a 2.5-year mission, but you spent a half year going, total going and coming from the mission field. And so you were gone from home in the days when he went on a mission for 3 years. So, but in that trunk was, Grandma thought her doll was, but we can't find it anywhere upstairs. And ransacked the house trying to find it, we can't do it.
So it's on the way to everybody.
We had Dave crawling down the storage closet, digging into stuff, and we still couldn't find it. We went through two trunks and an old grub box that we took on, and we went out and on trips or something, carried food and supplies in that Grandpa built.
Now, Grandpa, do you have a Christmas story you want to share with us?
I can't remember any.
What was your favorite Christmas present you got as a child?
I don't even remember.
Oh,
You got a hammer one.
Yeah.
I remember the can of olives you used to tell us about when you got a can of olives.
Oh.
What Grandpa's favorite Christmas was. What Grandpa's favorite Christmas was.
Referring to me. I know that Dad was one who said, give tools and not toys. And so in Christmases, I received when we still lived down to Smith's, probably, I know I was either in kindergarten or the year before I got into kindergarten, I received a little hammer. And then saws, and then as it got bigger, an axe, and then a large hammer. And so,
And guns.
How about the one that drove the pole before? Was that?
oh, that was my father. When he was a small boy, they gave him, he was excellent with carpentry. He should have been an engineer. He was so good with mathematics and all. But anyway, when he was just before starting school as a boy, he broke his leg and couldn't start school with the rest of the kids. And there was a lot of materials laying there at the farmstead, which was in town in those years, that it was left over from the tearing of the big mansion that the Christensens built. The money they got from selling hay from Johnson's army. And so they tore it down because they couldn't remodel it and make use of it, and there were materials there, and Grandpa Christensen built him a house. But being a 6-year-old, he built it to a 6-year-old size. And as he grew, then the ceilings were too low. But it had 2 stories in it and a staircase. But anyway, one Christmas at that time, he got a brace and a bit for Christmas. But it was cold weather and he couldn't go outside. So he decided how he would try it out. He went into the bedroom and rolled back the carpet and bored 2 holes in the floor.
covered it over with the rug and it wasn't found until next spring when they cleaned the house clean. He can remember more than I can.
What are some traditions you had as growing up? Do you guys have any traditions?
We would go to Uncle Albert's as a family, Aunt Hortense's house for Christmas dinner, and then the kids would oftentimes go to a matinee which is held on Christmas while the old folks gab. So that's all I can remember, but we greatly enjoyed getting together with Uncle Albert's family on Christmas Day.
The people that went to Grandpa and Grandma's place for dinner on Christmas Day are all gone in the family except myself and 4 cousins. So
Okay, Grandma, your
Oh, I haven't even thought about it.
favorite gift.
What was your favorite gift?
The television. Here I remember
Gift, not
our
invention.
neighbors had gotten a television. I was out trick-or-treating on Halloween and saw a television for the first time. I don't know. Yeah, I could have been.
It was
8,
love
9,
at
or
first
10
sight.
years. And I saw a television and it had pictures and it talked and it was so neat. Our neighbors, the St. Vincent's, had a television next door and they had a cartoon and it was a program called Howdy Doody Time. And we would go over to their house and watch Howdy Doody and things. But they had a little girl named Susie St. Vincent that was just little and she would keep crossing in front of the TV and stuff. So when Christmas time was coming along, we'd say, all we want for Christmas is a television, nothing else, just a television. And that was one of the only years we really got what we asked for. We were just thrilled with that television. And that was in about 1953. That would put me, how old? Let's see, I was 11 years old, 10, 11 years old before we had TV. I think that, it was just before we moved to Minnesota. It was when they were testing the atom bombs, and I remember we got up way in the morning, about 4 or 5 to watch a televised spectacular event down on the desert of exploding the atom bomb. So we got to see that. That's how I remember. I don't quite know the year it was, though. But we took that same TV to Minnesota, so I know it was before 54, 53. Tradition. Oh, we'd get up and make our beds. Like you kids. We'd get up and we'd make our bed, and then they'd turn the lights on, and we'd go in and see what we got for Christmas.
Now, which family was the one that insisted that your kids had to be dressed before?
My family. Was your family
Yeah.
too? We had to have our
so
beds
it's
made.
full.
Yeah, we both made sure they were dressed so that they would be dressed for the day, and we made our beds and got ready to go in, and then we were free to do what we wanted. And then Uncle and Aunt Cindy had always come and visit us. And it was fun to look forward to them coming that morning. And it was fun. And the kids, that was with the kids. My family, one year we acted out the nativity and took pictures. Or maybe it was Santa Claus, I don't remember. If I find a picture, it was something we stuffed ourselves. Oh, I've got one Christmas that was memorable. It was when we went to Arizona. It was the year I was in 10th grade. And we moved in December, and it was too late to get a Christmas tree. And so we were there, and we thought, well, it just doesn't necessarily have to be a Christmas tree. So they went out in the desert and got this little bush with the Christmas lights on, and it was really fun. And
Charlie Brown's
that
Christmas.
for our Christmas tree. And then the little branch that we went to, they acted out the nativity and had a nice Christmas program. And so Christmas time, I think about Arizona.
Rocket,
and the nice little
rocket.
program and things that they did down there.
What about you, Aaron? What did your family do?
There's only 1 minute left on this tape.
Yeah.
I'd have to think about it.
What about the Christensen kids?
What's the thing you guys remember about Christmas?
Nathan?
Yeah, they could watch, and you went by birthday, so inevitably I was last. And David would get to open all his presents. And we'd
No, we would do one at a time.
One at a time? Oh, I thought David did
No,
it.
we
It just
took turns, so we would.
forever opening the presents. We had to watch each other and watch
Always
each
got the
other.
most presents.
And Nathan would always wake up at 1 in the morning
That's right.
and come and wake us, and come and wake us up and say, there's suitcases in there, but we can't say. Or there's
That year,
this.
everybody got a little suitcase so they could go to grandma's and visit with the suitcase.
And Mom, go to bed. It's too early.
I like the story where you guys couldn't step in the room and your parents was the room was on the opposite side of the Christmas tree room, and so you guys would yell at the others, "Wake up!"
We compete to get the heat vents.
Yeah, the heat vents, the
They
coveted
got
heat vent in the kitchen.
earliest they got to sit
That you could
with
sit.
their feet in the heat
Yep.
vents.
How fun!
Yeah, you had to reserve them early though.
That's right.
When I got a little bit older and was staying with grandma, then the boys would always say, make her stay here tonight or we'll never get to go in because she won't wake up.
Who is this?
The boys, when I was staying at grandma's,
Oh,
every Christmas Eve they would make me stay in the room with them, and then they would sit and wake up because they didn't want me at grandma's because I would never come over. They knew we'd